Hello and welcome yourselves back to another episode of Valheim. We're back here in our world, in our house that we built in the last episode. Really happy with how that one turned out, by the way. The time lapse and everything. Once I edited it all together and rendered it out, I was super happy with it. So, we're going to crack on today. So we are going to be going into the Black Forest today. I have gone ahead since the last time I recorded, and I had a little bit more of an explore to find some more crypts. All of these little white dots here are crypts, so we've got plenty to explore today. We've got quite a few bits of copper, and I found a couple trolls as well, so we know where those are. We can go and fight those. So in regards to the house, there have been a couple of changes. So I did say there were going to be some things we tweak about, some things we add, some things we change, little bits of detailing. I have changed a couple of bits and pieces here and there. So, I can't remember if I showed this, but we've got all of our chests in now. Oh yeah, no, I did show this at the end. We got all the chests in over here. I finished off this little bit here, just kind of gave it a bit more structure. Looks quite nice. I've added a little bit up here. I'm not sure what we're going to do with this, but there's a little platform up here now using the ladder. I thought just add a couple of levels and kind of break the room up a little bit more. I put two little skylights in over here. I might do the same over here at some point, but I'm not sure when we'll do that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We can change things later on. These are just kind of little things that I want to change now. So I reposition these windows as well, so they're right below the skylights, and it looks quite nice from the outside. It just breaks the roof up just that little bit more. I did change some of the front as well because I wasn't happy with the way this awning wrapped around the front of it. I feel like it closed off and broke up too much of the front, and the front was nice and big and grand. So I've tried to keep that. So we've got rid of the awning coming around the front, and we've just extended the roof out by two more and added like a little balcony sort of area. So I'm actually thinking now that this might be the bedroom area because I quite like it. We've got a nice little balcony up here. Once we get some fine wood, we can start putting some really nice decoration pieces in here. But I really like the change in the roof there as well. And nice little platform up there. And it kind of breaks up the entranceway here a little bit more. Just so it's not all one big open room. But yeah, it's starting to come together. We're slowly changing some bits and pieces and piecing stuff together. We got some more shelves here to add some stuff later. But yeah, it looks really good. I'm really happy with it. So we're going to go off and do some adventuring today. So first things first, we do want to go to see some crypts and kind of give those a bit of an explore, because we're going to need some surtling cores to start smelting and making some coal, which we're going to need to make metal. So that's probably something we should go and deal with first. We did go into the Black Forest, like I said, and had a bit of an explore, and I did gather some materials while we were in there. We got some blueberries, a couple of carrot seeds as well, actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, 26 carrot seeds. And a little handful of blueberries in there as well, so we've got a good start on those. And I went ahead and I got a little bit of core wood. The reason I went to the Black Forest was to get this core wood, and the reason we got the core wood is to make one of the most overpowered starting weapons in Valheim, especially once you start doing crypts, and we're going to show you exactly why today. This is always my go-to in the very beginning here. I'm actually even going to see if I can put an upgrade on it. I can. Oh, if I've got 10 bones, that is. Just about. Lovely. We'll get loads more of these today, so I'm not too worried about spending these. But this is going to be an absolute clutch weapon for us to take with us today, so we are going to get this one upgraded real quick. Lovely stuff, and one more little upgrade on there. Perfect. So we need a level 4 bench to upgrade it any further. Fortunately, we can't do that because we can't get a level 4 workbench just yet. But yeah, that should be all good. So I'm going to quickly head on over to the crypt. I'm going to get my rusted bonus first. Head on over to the crypts, and then we'll do a little bit of crypt diving today. Lovely, here we are. We're coming up on the very first crypt we found, which is just in the edge of this meadows and Black Forest here. We've got a skeleton chasing us already, but we're just going to ignore him and just go straight on in here. We've got Hugh going to tell us all about it, of course. And straight on in we go. So we're going to try not to waste the durability on this hammer, because I'd like to try and do as many of these as possible. But I'm going to show you exactly why this is one of the best weapons to get in the beginning of the game. So, I can hear skeletons. They can't see me. I can't see them. However, If I swing this a couple times... Oh, there you go, we got one behind this door. There you go, you can hear him get hit behind there. And he's a 2-star skeleton, so this is where this comes in really handy. So now we've seen him, we can see his health bar. You can see he's taking damage behind the door, even though I cannot see him and he can't see me and we can't reach each other. It's just the best weapon for clearing burial chambers in the beginning here. Especially when you get these 1 and 2 stars that are just absolute menaces. Get them round corners. And yeah, it's just the best weapon you can get in the beginning. Makes all of this so much easier. I even believe you can take down the bone piles as well through the doors with this. So we had a bone pile in there, and it's gone. Just like that. And there we go, we got our first room, and this is a really good room actually. Very, very, very good room for cores. How many have we got in total? We got 6 out of there, so we can already make a kiln, and we're well on our way to being able to make a smelter as well. So super lucky off the first one here. Make sure we take all of these treasures as well, so when we find the trader, we should have plenty of money to buy all the wares that he has. And even more luck, we have another marker for the next boss, the Elder. So let's quickly press this one here, and he's not very far away at all. That's super lucky. So once we get ourselves a boat, we can sail on over and kill the Elder. But we're going to have to do a couple of upgrades before we do that. So I'm going to carry on with this crypt here. We're going to go through this one and probably a couple of others, see how many cores we get up to. Once we've got a good amount, we can go home and get our smelting area set all up, and then we can go and get a little bit of metal. Amazing. So first dungeon all done and dusted, and we got 11 cores off of that. Really, really good start. Really happy with that. So we can mark that one off as done and move on to the next one. Lovely. Second dungeon down. And we got 7 out of that one. Not as good as the first one, but still pretty good. We're almost close to 20. And that one was positively the worst dungeon I've ever seen. Not a single core out of that one. Right, on to the fourth one. And there is number 4 with a total of 8 cores from that one as well. Going pretty good. I think we may have enough in our hammer to try and get another one. So we're going to hit this last one just down over here. And then we shall head on back and start getting ourselves all set up, ready to start melting some copper and tin. Lovely, that was number 5. We are 1 core short of having 30. I kind of want to make this a nice round number. So we are just going to go hit one more. This is kind of on the way back anyway. So we'll go do this last one. Oh no, we're so close. That ransom range just about got us there. Right, that'll teach me. That'll teach me for getting overconfident. I thought we could have finished the ransom remains, and the poison just about killed us in the end there. I think we had about 1 second till it was gone and 4 HP left. But yeah, we'll quickly run on back, grab our bits and pieces, and then we'll definitely skedaddle out of there. Lovely, we got our revenge on him. We come back and we've avenged ourselves. Lovely, so we'll finish this one off. We'll head on back home. We'll just grab all these little bits and pieces and treasures while we're in there. We'll finish clearing this one. There we go, that's still the same one. I always like to check them just in case they find a second one. Lovely, okay, so we have made it back home in one piece. Well, I say one piece. The Rancid did take a piece of us out, but we went and got our vengeance back on him. And we made it back with 35 cores, which is really, really good. Again, we're not using portals in this run, so we're only really going to use these for kilns and smelters, and we're not going to have much more use other than that for them. Not that I'm aware of anyway. I can't remember anything else you can use them for. However, so we are going to go ahead and start making a smelting area for these. So I'm still umming and ahhing where to put this permanently, but for the time being, we are going to take these and we're going to put them out the back here. So I put another little door in here, which leads out back to where our little storage shed was in the beginning. I flattened a little bit of an area out here just to put some bits and pieces down, and we're going to get started making some charcoal, or making some coal, bits and pieces, and then get ready to start smelting stuff. But I thought this would be quite a nice little area just to kind of put it all in. Bit out of the way, out the back of the house, and it uses this area up a little bit more. And gives it some purpose. Lovely, so I'm going to get started on making some charcoal. So it's quite nice having two of these because one stack of wood will fill both of them up completely. And I'll build a little chest out of here as well so we can store all of our coal and bits in as well. Next thing is going and getting a bit of copper and a bit of tin just to get things started here. So we're going to need a little handful of each, maybe 30 of each. Bring them back, get those all cooked up, and then that should be enough to get us going. We can make the tools we need, we can get a cart going, and then we can kind of stay out there and we don't have to manually run everything back, because that is going to be the crux at the moment, is trying to get everything back by hand. So as you can see, I've gone ahead and I've carved out this little path here, and this is going to lead all the way down this way to our very, very first copper node. Actually comes around the little ravine here and then into the copper node. So we're going to head on over there, and then we're going to start gathering our first little bits of copper. We're going to see if we can get a stack of that, and then get a stack of tin and get them both back, and then we can start getting dug into it. Lovely, so here we are at the end of our path here, and as you can see, I built a little hut here already. We got ourselves a fire, we've got ourselves a bed and a workbench and one chest in here at the moment, so we can kind of store things in here. We can come and repair our axe, so this is going to allow us to mine as much as we want in the future, and we've got little places we can come back to repair stuff. We can leave the cart here and then just wheel them off whenever we're done. So the very first copper node we are going to be using is going to be this one over here. I'd very much... Oh, we got two. One over there as well. So, we've got two very big copper nodes right next to each other. Should get quite a bit off. We're going to dig all the way under the ground as well and take this all the way up from the bottom. But for the time being, I'm just going to skim off the top and see if we can get a stack's worth. Just to take back, and then we can get some upgrades going. And then really get stuck into getting some of this stuff. Right-oh, okay. Mining the way. I don't think Mr. Troll here likes... that we're mining all the copper apps, so he has come to pay us a little visit. This will be our first troll as well, though, so let's see if we can take him out. And there we go, that is our first troll of the world dead. One of many. Come on, give me stuff. Lovely stuff. Now we can go craft the troll hider. I think we're going to need quite a few bits more than that though, so... Right, lovely. Copper is all done and dusted now. We've got 30 in there. We just need to go and get some tin. And I think, unfortunately, we are going to have to come over to the coastline over here, because I don't see any black forest on the coast here. Once we've got the boat, we can kind of come up and around this direction, maybe find some. But for now, I'm just going to run all the way over here and see if I can get an inventory full of tin. And then we'll try and get them both back to the base and all smelted up. Oh, we seem to have found another friend en route. He's come over to say hello. Let's see if we can get him before he gets us. There we go. Nice bit of damage there to start this one off. Lovely stuff. There we go. That is our second troll done and dusted. Not too bad. He hit us there with the stone, which hurt quite a lot. But yeah, other than that, that wasn't too bad. I felt like it was easier than the first one. Oh, and we got one more friend over here. Troll number 3. Lovely, and there goes down troll number 3. Lovely stuff. I've just finished gathering the 30 tin that we need, all down the coast there. So we're just going to head on back with everything that we've got here. We are completely full on weight. It'd be quite nice to find Haldor pretty soon because I think we do need him. Lovely stuff. We have made it home. We've got 30 tin and 30 copper. I put 10 in each already, so we're just going to go ahead and start getting this all smelted. It's going to allow us to build a forge, get some tools going, and we'll get some nails as well so we can get a cart and we don't have to manually bring that back because that was a pain to bring all of that back. We're going to try and get a boat going today as well because that's going to speed things up even more. But yeah, we're just going to let that all smelt up and then we're going to build ourselves a forge. Lovely stuff. And then we just wait for all of this copper to be done. So the first tools that we are going to be making, you'd think the first thing I'd make would be a pickaxe or an axe. Well, you're wrong. We are going to be making the cultivator is going to be the very, very first bronze tool that we make. And there is a very good reason behind that. A lot of what we need is wood. A lot of everything we need to do involves wood. What I don't have around me anymore, because I cut most of them down, is very many trees. However, I do seem to have an absolute ton of tree seeds. We've got about 160 here. So I think the very, very first thing to do is get a cultivator and get those trees down. And then those trees can be growing while we're off gathering more bronze and bits and pieces. And then I think after that we'll make the axe, which is going to allow us to make a boat. So we're going to do things in that sort of order. We've got the tin here as well, which we're going to use to make a cauldron, which is going to make us better food. So yeah, I've kind of got a plan of what we're going to be doing. And I think it's the smart plan. I think it's the right plan to do. Most people go for an axe first. But no, I really want to get that cultivator going and get some of these trees down and planted because we are really struggling for wood. And if I have to keep running away from it, the thing is, because we're not using portals, it does change things. Because I can't just portal to a place that's got loads of trees and then just bring all my wood back through the portal to drop it off, I am going to have to go out and manually harvest all the wood and then bring it back slowly but surely. Once we get a cart, it's going to be easier. But I'd also very much like to put a lot of trees in the close vicinity. We've got so much open area over there that could be filled with trees. That I think I'm just going to put them all over there, all around our base here, and then we can go back and start cutting down trees again and completely fill ourselves up with wood. Because we do need to make quite a lot of coal, and that is going to be a huge crux in the beginning for melting down all of this metal. So if we don't have any wood, there's no point we can go out and have all the pickaxes and axes and we can get all the metal we want. But if we don't have any wood, or if it's slow to gather wood, then we're not going to be able to smelt things at a fast rate. So that is my logic. That is what I'm going to be sticking with. And yeah, I think it's the right decision. I think it is the right decision to get all this done. So a couple more things we do want to make here. I'm just going to grab 5 stone because we need to make a second fire pit. We're going to drop this one down here right next to our one with the cooking sticks on it. So the cauldron is going to go on that one there. That should open up some more food recipes for us. Amazing. Right, let's have a look in here. Let's see what we've got. So we've got boar jerky. We've got queen's jam, which is going to give us really good stamina. Boar's jerky is a really nice balanced one that uses honey. Speaking of honey, I'm going to go harvest that now. Right, okay, so things are happening. I'm trying to cook away here. And we have got our very, very first raid on our place here. So we've got the forest is moving. We haven't done any fortifications yet, so this might be a little bit tricky. Oh, that brute's going to be difficult. All right, let's see if we can take him out first of all. Right, lovely stuff. Right, let's try and get rid of the rest of these grey dwarfs here. Lovely. Should be nice and easy with the axe. That wasn't too bad of one. That is one thing we are going to have to start considering, though, is defending against these raids. Again, even more reason for us to make that cultivator, because we need to start getting trees, we need to get wood, and so we can build some walls and defenses around us. Right, lovely stuff. Most of our metal has cooked through there. We've got a couple of little pieces left back there, but we've got enough to make, I believe, 10 pieces of bronze. So we're going to quickly make those up and then see what that leaves us with afterwards. So we'll quickly make the bulk ones here, so we'll make a nice bit of bronze. That is going to unlock absolutely everything for us. Fantastic. So, cultivator takes 5 bronze. Lovely. And we also need to make some nails. So we're going to use some of those up for the nails so we can make a cart. That is going to help us get a lot more copper back. And we are also going to make the cultivator. And that is going to allow us to plant a lot more trees. We can even plant our carrots now. We can start really getting going with farming and growing stuff. And that's just going to open a whole new wide range of opportunities. So let's get our cultivator out. We're going to put down some temporary little bits and pieces here. So for instance, carrots, they're just for the moment going to go here. The farming island is still going to be where the boars are. However, I just want to get carrots going for the time being. So let's quickly grab our seeds and get all of these planted in here. Right, amazing. That is all of our carrots done. I've grabbed 150 of our saplings, and now we're going to go round and try and place these down everywhere as well. Lovely stuff. 150 saplings all down as far as the eye can see, all the way up to there, all the way back to our base. So we should be good for wood now. I'm super glad we made that cultivator early on. That's going to make all the difference in the world. Now we can go get a little bit more copper, a little bit more tin. I think it's just copper we need, actually, to make a bit more bronze. And then we'll go and make the hatchet. Once we've got that, we can focus on getting a boat. We've got 4 in there already, so we only really need 12. We've got 10 tin in there, which should be more than enough. And then we can go and make the boat. So I'm going to quickly pop off. We'll go and get the last little bits of copper we need. Make the hatchet. And then get a boat going. Sounds like a plan. Lovely stuff. Okay, so all the copper and the bronze has been gathered. So we can come into here now and we can make our very first bronze axe. And we also need to make 4 lots of the bronze nails. It's going to leave us with 2 bronze left over. So we should be flying now with the metal. We just need to go get ourselves a little bit of fine wood. We should be able to make our very, very first boat. Right, amazing. I have gone and got just about enough fine wood to get this boat made. So let's go put down our very, 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 very first boat in this world. Amazing stuff. We've got Black Forest over there. We know that as well. Oh, there's a tiny island over there. But this is going to make all the difference now in getting copper and tin, because we can scout the coast of Black Forest and fill this thing up and bring it all back with ease. Now that we have made the boat, we should probably also go ahead and make the cart. I feel bad not making the cart before making the boat, but we'll get both of them made together here. Lovely stuff. We've got all the materials, so let's make one of these as well. We got ourselves a lovely cart. We can actually make 2 of those as well, so we'll place 2 just out the front here, and then next time we want to go get some copper in the forest there, we can take those 2 as well. But that is most things are upgraded here. There is one thing else I would like to try and make today if we can before we go out, and that is the fine wood bow. Do we have 10 core wood? We do. Lovely stuff. Let's grab that one there, and I believe I need 1 more deer hide. Amazing. There we go. We got the fine wood bow. We can finally get rid of this crude one. I think it's time we take a little bit of a break from gathering stuff and we just have a little bit of a sail around and then explore and see what we've got around us. Lovely stuff. So we have finished our sailing trip. It was quite uneventful, but quite long. I kind of just put something on YouTube, and I just sailed around as we went. We explored quite a lot of the map. So if we have a quick look here, we started by coming all the way down here, all the way around, and then all the way up. Our starting island is actually pretty big. So I've not even gone around the outside of it. I've just marked out the inside line of it. There's a bit of a river over here. We died to a troll as well. Wasn't too bad to get back because it is all one island. And then we carried on sailing all the way up, hit a little bit of swamp, and then I decided to turn around and come back. I didn't want to explore this too much off camera. So we'll save that for when we're ready. We found some Shintin on the way back, which are 2 little abyssal islands, which we'll go back to when we're ready again. And then we came all the way back in and then back down to home. So we've had quite a good explore. I think the next boat trip we go on, we're going to go around the outside and then just kind of scope out how big this island really is. Because this is kind of like the inside by the looks of it. But yeah, as we were out and about as well, we did hit a little bit of the Black Forest and I managed to gather a good bit of tin. So we've got about 90, 91 tin there, just from scouting the edge of the Black Forest. Which is really good going. If we wanted to convert all of this into bronze, we just now need to go and get 182 bits of copper. We got a little bit there, but we're still going to need a lot of copper. So I think next port call is we're going to head back to our copper nodes over here. We've got our carts now as well. And we're going to clear out around those 2 massive copper nodes that we found and completely excavate them out. And then we're going to mine all of the copper out of it and see how much we get to. Hopefully it'll get us close to about 180, but we'll have to wait and see. So I'm going to head on over there and I'm going to get started with that. It's quite a big job. It's going to take me a little bit of a while, but we shall get there. Oh, as you can see as well, all of our trees have grown. Look, this is a completely different place. Our house is just beyond there. And then out here we've got all the open field, but it looks so different. So different. We've got so much wood on our doorstep now. That's going to be a huge game changer. We're going to be able to cut all that down. We're going to be able to build so much more and make so much more coal. So I have done as much as possible. We're over here at the 2 copper nodes we have, and I've excavated them to the best of my abilities. I don't think I can go down any lower with the pickaxe on most of these now. But yeah, these 4 pickaxes here have taken an absolute beating. We've gathered a ton of stone as well, but look how much copper we've got to mine up here. We're going to be absolutely chocked full of it. So, I just wanted to show you the before we start absolutely mutilating all of these. But yeah, they're absolutely huge. So if you think how much we had on the surface, like, I think this one here was barely showing anymore. And a couple bits around the edge, look how much there is below it. It's definitely worth digging these things out. I think we're going to get enough copper off of this. I'm being optimistic, and we're going to say, yeah, we're going to get enough copper. But we'll give it a go and see what happens. Lovely stuff. So we have gone ahead and gotten every single piece of copper that we can get out of this. We've taken both nodes out completely. Nice big empty area here. Maybe we'll build something here in the future. But for the time being, I think we're just going to leave this. But yeah, a lot of digging, lots and lots of digging. I keep seeing little sneaky bits of copper. We'll come back for those one day. But we have got quite a lot. So we come have a look at the cart over here. It's going to be quite painstaking to be able to get all of this back. Let's have a quick look in here. I've got another piece of copper to throw in. But yeah, you can see just how much we've actually got. And we've actually got quite a bit of wood as well. So there were loads of trees when we were digging this thing out. I didn't realize how much we actually had. But all the trees actually amounted to quite a good amount of wood and even more stone. We're almost 2 full chests of stone here, so as soon as we start needing the stone, we got some extra bits and pieces. I tell you what, I'm going to take those with me as well. But yeah, we'll come back for the stone at some point and we'll get a separate cart. But we have got a good amount of copper here. We've got almost 7 full stacks, just short of it. But that should be more than enough for the 3 and a bit stacks of tin that we've got. And you can see here it's going to be very painful to move this entire cart. So I'm going to work on getting this all the way back home and I shall meet you there. Amazing, we've just made it home. Wasn't as bad as I thought getting the cart back here. So we've got it all the way back here now. We've got all of our copper, we've got all of our wood, which is going to be all turned into coal. I think That's going to be the use for all of this wood here. We're just going to get it all burnt straight up. But yeah, loads of tin in there. We've actually got quite a bit of copper in there already. Loads more copper over here as well. And some extra bits and pieces. So, we're running quite long on this episode already. So, I'm probably going to leave it here. And then, in between now and the next episode, I'm just going to get all of this stuff smelted up. And then we can get a ton of stuff made at the beginning of the next one. And then hopefully, we should actually be good to go and take the Elder on. One thing I do need to check. Let's have a quick look here. I've got the ancient seeds somewhere, but I'm just not quite sure where I've put them. I think I have some anyway. Aha, yes, we've got 2, so we need to go get 2 more of those. I think they come from brutes. We can do that quite early in the next episode. Once I get some upgrades, I don't think that's going to be too hard to get. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here. So thank you guys very much for joining me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Not as much building as the last one. We'll get to some more buildings very, very soon. A lot of resource gathering, a lot of prepping. But this, really, really good start. We'll see how far this goes. It's probably not going to go as far as we think it is. But yeah, we've got loads of materials now to kind of get real dug in the next episode. And then we can get the Elder fight done. And then once that's done, it's going to be onwards and upwards to the swamp, which should be really exciting. Once we get iron, that's when things really start ramping up. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. And I shall catch you in the next video. Goodbye.